Hello friends, now in this session we observe how to create a button. The button is one of the graphical user interface control. In a Java, we use a button for controlling the flow of our program. So here, buttons, a button is the most widely used GUI control. We use the button for graphical interface control. Toolbars are a collection of buttons. It means it is a toolbar is one of the example of a button. In a toolbar, we may have number of buttons. That's why we can say as a toolbar are collections of buttons. The menu's elements are buttons. It means in a menu we may have number of items that are menu items and that are also buttons. A swing button can be created by using the JButton class. If we want to implement the swing package, then in a swing package, the subclass of a component class, that is a JButton class, that we use for implementing the button. And if we want to use a AWT package, in AWT package we have only button class. One thing that everyone should remember, whenever we use the swing component, that all swing component start with capital J. It can display both text and image. It means it is possible to provide the textual message, or as well as we can able to provide the image on our button. Additionally, a letter can be underlined in the button text. It means whatever the text that we are given and that appears on a button, from that we can able to provide the shortcut key, and that shortcut key is appear as underline. This represent the mnemonic, which is the keyword or keyboard shortcut for the button. It means by using the shortcut key we can able to activate that button through keyboard. It means we may have the mouse event, keyboard event. So whenever we use the mouse, we can able to directly click on that particular button. Whenever we use the keyboard, then we can use the shortcut key also. In a swing, the buttons of all kinds are built on the abstract button class. It means here abstract button class is there, that is the abstract class, and the button JButton class acquire the property of abstract button class, and it we can implement or override the methods which are there in a abstract button class in our program. All buttons are derived from abstract button class. It means the number of button or number of classes that we have in a swing package as well as in a AWT package. So these button classes are derived from the abstract button class. The abstract button class provide the foundation of the button classes in a Java. Swing buttons have more capabilities than their AWT counterparts, or we can say as a button. Using the swing button, what we can able to perform by using the swing button. One, that is a display the image page or image on that button. Use mnemonics that may be nothing but the shortcut keys. Designate a button as a window default button. It means it is possible to create a default button among the number of buttons. Set a button's margin and test alignment. It means we can able to provide the left, right or middle alignment to the button, as well as we can able to set the margin for the given button. Assign multiple images to a button to handle the case where the mouse move over the button and more. It means it is possible to provide multiple images to a button. The button class hierarchy. The first of all, we are going to observe the hierarchy of abstract button class. The abstract button class, this class is derived from the J component. It means we may observe the hierarchy like java.language.object. The object is a class, that is a cosmic class. J should be a small one because as we know all the packages are there in a small letter. So the first one, that is java.language.object, the object class property that is derived in all other subclasses, or we can say the derived classes. Then after the main class, that is a component class of a AWT package. The component class property acquired by the container, that is also belongs to the AWT package. After that, the container, we have a J component class that belongs to the swing package. And whenever we want to implement the swing component, then that are derived, that are subclass of a J component class. Now here the swing abstract button, this is an abstract class and all the button class are derived from this abstract button class. This is an hierarchy of now J button class. The swing buttons are supported in the J button class, like here you may observe object class property acquired by the component class property acquired by the container. Then after the swing package start, J component class acquire the property from the container component of AWT package. Then after in a J component class, a abstract button class is derived from the J component class, and then after J button class is again abstract derived from abstract button class. This is an hierarchy of J button class. Okay, so here some of the things you can do with the J button class, including, like already we observed, once again using the set tooltip text to add a tooltip to the button. It means if suppose we have a button and our mouse move on our button automatically without clicking that button, it will show us what should be we perform in that button. It means it gives us one tip, right? Whenever we click on that button, okay, what may be happen? So before clicking that button, we may have the tip to perform that particular task. Using the set margin to set the insert in the set margin and insert in the button itself. Okay, so here we can able to set the margin using the do click to click the button from a code, adding image to the button. It means we can able to add the image and we can do a click. It means we can able to perform the operations that we want, and adding the mnemonic keyboard shortcuts to the button. It means we can able to provide the shortcut key also. Of course, you can do standard AWT things with a J button too, such as म्हणजे it means we can able to perform the standard operations that we perform with AWT component, that is a button class. That is also possible with a J button, like using the set enable to enable or disable the button. It means that particular button is active or we want to active or deactivate. We can able to activate or deactivate that button by using the set enable or disable. Using the add action listener, this is an interface. Whenever we use the button, then we use this interface, that is a add action listener, to register an action listener with a button, and the adding action command to the J button object with a set action command. It means we can able to add or register that particular action listener. How we have to set that action, add action listener. Okay, set action command. For this button we use the action event class. Action event class. Okay, so here these are the constructors of a button class, that is J button, default constructor, construct a button, J button, icon. It means we can able to provide construct a button with an icon. It means we can able to provide the image icon. J button string text, we can able to provide the text on a button through this constructor. We can pass a string as a parameter. J button string text and icon. It means we pass two parameters. One is of a text type and another one that is of image, that is an icon image. Construct a button with a text and an icon. Okay, so here we observe one example based on this. So we go to the notepad first. For this, first of all, we are going to import the necessary packages for this program. Import java.awt asterisk symbol, java x.swing asterisk symbol, and then after here, if suppose we are going to perform the event, so that event may be belongs to the AWT event, we can use the AWT event package. Okay, or you can use another one, that is import java x dot swing package, event package. Okay, so you can use both, right? In this program, this one is not necessary. Okay, but even though, right? So here after this start to implement that, so we create the class button demo, and that implements the interface action listener interface. Okay, action listener, it means whenever there is any action, then the action listener is going to register that action. Okay, so here first we create the container JFrame. Yeah, we create the object of JFrame class, that is yup. Then after J button, we create the button. Suppose B1, B2, B3. We create three buttons here. Then after here J text field. Suppose T. Here we create the three components. Now we create button demo. Suppose here we create the default constructor button demo. Then in that initiate all the objects that we create earlier, like first, that is a frame, new J frame. Provide the title to that frame, or we can say as a window, like here button demo. We set the title. Okay, by providing the parameterized constructor to the J frame, we provide the text. Then after here the things that we perform with a frame, set location. We have to set the location where we want to display. So here I want this should be display on 300 by 300. We provide the top most left corner of our frame. Okay, it will start with a 300 by 300 from the left 300 and from the top 300. Okay, then after here now we we use the pack method instead of set size method. We use the pack method. Okay, then set default close operation. Set default close operation. Which operations that we want to perform? Exit on close, exit on close. Then after now here we create the button, initiate the button one. Okay, new, right? How to create button? We can observe these constructors, right? Button we provide, with this button we provide, suppose yes, we provide yes with that button. Okay, then after we have v2, with the v2 we provide new j button, suppose we are going to provide no. Okay, then after now we have another one, the third button we initiate j button, and with this button we provide uh, we provide image. Okay, so here we can say as smile please, smile please. We provide a text first, and then after new image icon, image icon we provide with this smiley. Okay, so first of all where we store this file, we provide in that we provide this image. Okay, we will add afterwards, right? So go to this, suppose we want to save this one, where suppose in 1 minute, suppose in a yt directory, yt. Okay, star.star, we already observe what are the things are available in this. Okay, so here what is the name of the class? Button demo. We save it in this directory .java. Okay, now in the same directory what we do, first of all in that directory we copy that image which we implement. So that image is there. Okay, which image that we want to, which one? Smile. Okay, this image that we use, smile.png. okay, it required minimum space whenever we use the png. Paste it. Okay, what is the name of this? Name smiley. Okay, smile. Okay, so here copy this one, copy smile.png, extension should be there. Okay, so here we provide all these three. Then after this, suppose I want to provide the mnemonic shortcut keys, so we can by using set mnemonic method, set mnemonic method, and which things that we want to use as a shortcut key. Suppose y for b1, and for b2 we use suppose n, for N, capital N and capital Y for B1 and B2. It means how we can set shortcut key. We can set the shortcut key by using the method set mnemonic method, and here we provide the Y and N. Okay, then after we have, like, now we use another, like a T. We initiate the text field J, text field suppose 20. Okay, we are providing the value size of that column 20. Okay, then after, now add all the components in the given frame. So add in a sequential manner, like f of add. First, what you want to add? Suppose I want to add the text field first. Okay, so I am going to add the first T, that is a text field. Then after I am going to add what? B1. Okay, then after I want to add B2. Okay, then after we have all B3 last one, right? But this will be display in which particular manner, right? Before adding this, we have to set the layout of that particular frame by using the set layout method, and we provide the layout manager. Here we use, suppose, flow layout, new flow layout. Okay, so new flow layout, we use new flow layout, right? So we set the layout of that frame, and then after we add the component in that. Then after, which actions that we want to perform with this button, so we add which listener? Action listener. Copy this. Okay, copy this, add action, and just only use the add as a add before the action listener interface, and provide this reference to that. Okay, whenever it means anyone click on B1 button, then automatically this object should be, it means that event should be activate. Okay, so here another one, that is add action listener this. Okay, the last one. Okay, so you can able to provide the yes or no, and the last one, for the last one we are not providing any action. Okay, that button we use only for the smiley purpose. Okay, so here now we want to set the size. How we can set? By using the set size method also we can able to set the size of that frame, but we don't want to occupy unnecessary space, and that's why we use the pack method of a pack method. So by using the pack method, what happen? So it will specify only the required size for that components. Okay, so here after this, now set that window visible. By default visibility is a false, true. Close this constructor. Now after this, what we, whenever there is any event, then we handle it by using the action listener. We register it by using the add action listener method. So we have to implement that. So for that we use the action perform. Wherever we use the action listener, we use the method action perform. It means which action should be performed. That particular instruction we are providing in this method, and to this method we provide a parameter of action event. Okay, object. Then after, in this method, if e of get source, the get source is the method to get the source, right? Suppose anyone click on the B1 button 1, then what should be happen? So here we set the text on this text field. T is an object of J text field, like you may observe here. Okay, and on that text field, in that text field we set the text like you click 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 yes button. You click yes button. Okay, similarly, if suppose someone click on another button, that is we are providing only action for the only two buttons, right, B1 and B2, not for the third one. Okay, so here set text and you click on no button. Okay, so here copy this, you click on no button. Okay, no button, no button. Okay, right. Then after, right, this is over, right. Then after, close this action perform method. Now here we have main method. So here static public void main string argument, string arguments, and here we use a new. What is the name of our constructor? Button demo. Okay, close this method, close the class, save the file. Now execute this file, go to that particular directory where we store this file, a drive cdyt. Okay, dir. So here we have button demo. Okay, so java c, by using the compiler java c, we are going to compile this program java c button demo.java. There is one problem, button demo.java. Here I think we have to close this one. Okay, now there are two errors in this. I think spelling of mnemonic okay, now see, yes, now this is ready to execute the program. Now interpret this java.button.demo.java. Oh, sorry, no need. Now see here, this is how, this is the text field, this is yes, you can see the mnemonic key y. Okay, you can observe here, this is a mnemonic key y. Here we provide the y shortcut key. It means through the keyboard you can able to provide this, you can able to choose this button, yes button or no button. Okay, and here you have a smiley. Whenever you click on smiley, there is no we are not providing any instruction for that, we are not performing any action, right. This is only a smiley. Okay, but whenever we press on yes or no, it will show, like suppose here I am going to press the yes button, so here it will display you click yes button. Now you click the no button, then you click no button. It means this message appears in front of us in the text field. Okay, so here, like we go through this program. First of all, we are going to implement all these four the required packages for our program. Okay, so we include all these four: AWT package, swing package. Okay, swing package there in Java X. This is a new one that is introduced in a 1.2 version. Then after here AWT event, because we use the event, we want to handle the event in our program. So for that we import the event package also, right. Again, if suppose we want to implement some of the swing new components, then we have to include the swing event package. Okay, then after here we have a class button demo. implement action listener. We want to implement the action. So here the action listener that we use. Then here we create the component. First of all, one container, that is a frame. Then three buttons, B1, B2, B3. Text field, that is a T. Okay. Then after here we create one default constructor. Then here initiate the frame. Okay, frame, that is F. We initiate it. So initiated. So F equals to new J frame. With this we provide the parameterized constructor. So it provides the title to that particular frame. You may observe here button demo. Okay, this is the nothing but the title of that particular frame. Okay, have this window. Okay, this is the title of this window. Then after set a location, so where this particular frame should be appear. So leftmost corner that we provide with this set location 300 by 300. Right now I move that window from here to here. Okay. So here set default close operation. It means whenever our operation is over, then we want to close the frame. Then what should be happen? So exit on a close. This should be happen. Then after here you may observe the button 1. With the button 1 we provide the yes. Here you observe yes, no. Okay, here we have no. Then after smile please, you may observe this particular text message appear on this button. With that text message we provide the image, that is smiley smile png. Okay, so here this particular image appears on this button. Then after here we use the mnemonic, set mnemonic, that is a Y. So here for the first button Y, you can observe this Y is there in underline. Okay, similarly the N is also there in a underline. Okay, so we can able to set the shortcut key. So after that J text field, we have a text field and we use the set flow layout. So that's why this particular components appears on the screen like a one after another in a sequential manner. Okay, because we are not providing any alignment or anything. So here add T, that is we first add the text field. You can observe here first text field is there, then B1 that is nothing but the yes, B2 that is nothing but the no, and B3 that is nothing but the smile page. Okay, then after here we perform the add action listener this B with the B1 and B2, and then after we use this F dot back, and that's why whatever the space that we require, that much of for this component, only that much of space that we occupy. Okay, then after we are going to say set visible. So because of that, by default the visibility label is a false. So here we are going that particular frame should be appear on the screen. For that we are going to say that frame has a visible, so it will show in front of us. Then here this method is used to perform the action, right? Whatever the action that we want to perform. So by using the action perform method, because we are going to perform action. Okay, we use the action listener. So we use the method action perform, and with this method we pass the action event class object. And in that we use get source method. By using the get source method, we can able to get the source by using this method. So E, what is E? E is an object of action event, and this E, it means whenever we click on B1, this add action listener, it will register the B1 object. So this object pass with to this E action event, and here you may observe E dot get source. We get the source. If suppose we are going to press the yes, so we get the source of B1. So it will the get source equals to B1. Then T equals T that set a text. It means this text that we set on this T, that is a text field. You click yes button. Okay. Similarly, if suppose you click on no, So here you can set that this message, okay, you click go button, right? So static public void main, here we use a new button, okay, without creating the object, implicitly automatically it will call to the constructor, okay. So this is in this way we can able to implement the button. Thank you friends, thank you very much. In the next session, we will observe the list. Okay, the swing component. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.